shit.
Nice set there, homeboy.
Homeboy, like we just met.
Yeah.
Happy New Year since we just met.
Appreciate you, homie.
You say New Year's
Yo, the
Eve.
sky, right? Get your mans, man. Get your mans.
Well, we have a very, very, very special guest with us tonight, Digital Empire Nation DJ show. This gentleman, big in films, big in television, and a singer. You know him for his movie work, The Temptations, Little Richard, Five Heartbeats, Cool Runnings. Remember Cool Runnings?
The
Yeah.
Jamaican bobsled.
Yeah.
That may have been for me. That may have been the first film
That you saw
for me
him
that I
in?
saw him in.
Above the Rim, you remember that?
That's a fact.
Yeah,
And that's just a few of the
And
highlights.
that's classic. Everybody know Tom Shep, man.
Yes, man. He has so many, many, many films and television shows underneath his belt. Please give a warm welcome to Leon Robinson, which we know as Leon.
Yeah, you better just say Leon because you say Leon Robinson.
People like, who?
They're like, who?
You don't even know him.
And I only see Leon Robinson when usually when I'm getting a check.
And that's when it's important.
And make sure they spell it right.
And I don't see no checks around here.
Man, we have so many questions for you. First of all, where should we start? Being in this industry in film and television, how were you able to keep working for so long, knowing with all the bullcrap politics that goes on, especially for African American men and women?
Well, I've been blessed. I tell people all the time when I speak at acting classes or colleges or schools or talking to the youth or young actors, and especially in today we live in a very different time than when I started acting. You can have instant fame now,
Right, with
just
social media.
With social media, but it doesn't mean that you can have a career.
True indeed.
And that's what I try to tell them all the time. I studied, I trained to be an actor. I just like someone trains to be a dentist or a doctor. This is my career. This is my work. This is what I plan on doing to support me and my family. So my approach to it is different. I think a lot of people get into it and they find fame very early and
Right.
they're addicted to that portion of it.
Right.
But they're not developing their craft. They're not developing their work. They're not trying to leave a body of work. They're not trying to do memorable work. I was very lucky that when I first started this business, an attorney that works for the agency that I was with gave me some advice that always stuck with me. He said, Leon, there are going to be many actors that walk across a lot of stages, a lot of screens, a lot of TV screens, and you're going to be one of them. What you want to do is do memorable work. You want to do work that lasts past your time, and I've been blessed. I've been blessed to do some movies that have remained in people's hearts and living rooms for decades, and I hope to make some more. But that's what I'm always striving for.
How do you pick your scripts? Are you really picky, or you
Well, I
know
try
what
to be
roles
picky,
you wanna
but
try?
sometimes your scripts pick you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
People will call you to play a role.
Well, no, people call me to play roles all the time, and I can't do them. I don't want to do them, whatever. But it's not about that. It's about sometimes, it's the right time to go to work. It's that project that's there. It serves a purpose for some reason, whether it's monetary or whether it's career building or something you haven't done before. But most importantly for me, how I choose it is a story. I'm a storyteller. That's what I consider myself to be. Whether I'm acting, singing, whatever, I'm telling a story. And I play a part in that story. And so it's the overall story, because that's what you remember. You don't remember great performances in bad movies.
Right.
You only remember great performances in good movies. It's just like who wins MVP in the NBA. The team with the best record is the best player. It's not always the best player. It's the who was in the best movie. Who starred in the best movie. So, you try to pick good projects. You try to pick projects where the person helming the project has passion. And I've been lucky enough to work with Robert Townsend a few times, who I believe his dedication and commitment to his work is
I was watching his
fantastic.
sitcom on YouTube the other day. Remember that sitcom he had? What was the name of that sitcom?
What's it called?
With the family?
Parenthood.
Parenthood.
Parenthood,
I was
right,
like,
right,
I
right.
remember this.
Yeah.
I watched like 4 or 5 episodes. That was a good show on television.
Yeah. Robert's a very talented guy. I don't as much due as he gets. I don't think he gets his just due.
No.
You know, and he just
A lot of people
he
in the
made a
industry.
documentary which you really must see
What it's
called
called?
"Making the 5 Heartbeats."
Okay. That's where you met
I
us, right?
hosted a screening of it before Christmas. It was sold out, and it's fantastic, man. You find out what went into the making of this movie. At the time he had the idea from a little boy when the Temptations broke up to when he got older and made Hollywood Shuffle and went to him and Keenan Ivory Wayans decided they would do this. They wanted to write this thing about a singing group, and they were going to play brothers. And you find out, you know, who was supposed to play this role, who wound up playing this role, and how it got. It's
amazing how they put it together and
So
how
I
they
think
came
it's
up
going to
with
come out on
concept.
DVD next month
Yes.
for Black History Month. So
That's
look out
excellent.
for that. Yeah, they probably be
Perfect
airing on
time,
some
and I will
channels,
purchase
yeah.
that for sure because I love that movie. That's
Yeah,
one of
no,
my
it's a
favorite
movie
movies.
that's beloved. You know, it's I think AOL did a poll in was it 2012 or 13 of the top African American movies in the last 25 years, and
I'm sure that was on there.
it was number 1.
Really?
You was in like 5 of them easily. He was in like 5 easily.
Yeah, he probably was in
You
5
know,
of the
I
time.
wasn't 5 of them. That's just,
Oh, look at that. And I really just guessed that. I really
well,
just said it.
no, but you know, to me, to be honest with you, I mean, that to me means the world to me because just what I was telling you earlier, what that attorney told me.
Right,
That's
right.
what he wanted me to accomplish, and it seems as though I'm accomplishing that. You
And
know?
you still
You know,
doing that.
yeah. I'm doing. You know, I'm still working. I'm still doing my thing, and I'm still hopefully, you know.
You've done Broadway shows, right?
No, I haven't done Broadway.
Really?
No, I've done a lot of theater though.
A lot of theater,
Yeah,
okay.
theater is the mother of, you know, acting. As far as
Well,
I'm
if you can do
concerned.
theater, you can do anything because that's on the spot, that's
Right.
live.
Well, you know, when I tell you I'm a storyteller, the reason why you love theater so much is that is the only time that you get to tell a story from beginning to end, right in front of people.
In front of people.
You know, when we do a movie, it's all fragmented.
yeah,
my
it's
first
cut.
day, I may die. And the next day I may get married. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, 'cause they
And
do
then it's like-
scenes
and then they put it all in, and they
according
just
to-
put it all together.
Yeah,
and stuff. You
with the
gotta wait.
editing, yeah.
But when we do a play,
It's
it
from the
starts right here, and we take you through a
whole
whole
story.
mirror of stories, and it ends right in front of your eyes, and it's beautiful.
right, and then with the sets and the set
Yeah,
changing
of course.
and all of that
theater,
stuff.
Yeah, theater,
that is
first
nice.
class theater is amazing. And
But
I
you
love
know
it.
how many famous people who have done it? You know, you seen everybody at a point decided they was gonna walk away from the big screen and decided
Go
to do
back to theater, yeah.
go back to where they said where they started from. Just a lot of them say just to give back to everybody.
Sometimes they just want to go back and
Hone their craft.
fresh their craft up
Well,
a little bit.
that's the beauty of being, you know, a well-known actor or a star, is that you can go back to theater. So instead of me going back to acting class, they can
That's
pay
where
me
you go.
to go train. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes, because that's the training
yeah,
right
Yeah,
there.
pay me to be in rehearsals and stuff and be in front of a live audience. You know, that's beautiful.
That's excellent.
You know, and it's I know that Denzel, who's one of my homies, is that, you know, every couple of years
He
does
pops
Broadway
in, yeah.
because I mean that's, you know, that gives you that. It gives you that.
Because
you
it's
know,
that one-on-one
that's
with
that,
people.
That's that excitement that we had when we first started, and it's like the excitement you get from the audience. You know,
The
It's
applause
the same
at
thing.
the
The only time I ever
end.
get that is, you know, when I'm singing with my band. When I'm singing with my band,
Right.
you know, I get that kind of thing. But you know, on stage, it's just it's great.
Is there a role that you've wanted to do and haven't been able to do?
Yeah, sure.
Good
Of course, we
question.
all have that. You know, I mean, I have option books that I want to make into movies, and you know, and I hope to still make them. You know.
You ever wanted to play another, as they would say, another president or, you know, a world leader in a movie?
I've never thought about playing a world leader. I've wanted to play mayors. I've wanted to play musical artists, of course. You know, even you know, another actor. You know, but I haven't thought about playing a world leader. No, but I would.
Let me ask you this: when you are rehearsing your roles or going over your script, do you stay in character until the movie is
Well,
on? or
I'm
television?
sorry, I
Go
mean to
ahead.
interrupt you because I just want to go back to what you say. Actually, I I have a short film that's out right now that's doing well. It's like on 30 film festivals, winning all these awards, called Make America Black Again.
Yes.
And I do play a presidential candidate in 2020 running against the Trump administration. So I guess that would be
That counts.
aspiration.
Oh, I
for
told
Joe Biden. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
I just
no,
wanted to finish
that's
this question.
fine.
I realized that.
No, that's fine. I was asking, like, when you go over your scripts to do rehearsals or in your mind or whatever mentally, do you stay in character till the whole filming is done, or you know how to shut it off and shut it on?
Well, in my early days and most of my career, I was pretty much a method actor. And when given the time, I stay in character the entire time.
Right.
Unfortunately, we're working with new directors and new digital systems where they don't even have rehearsals anymore. They don't give you that process that you go through.
Okay.
But like when you saw me in the Five Heartbeats and the Temptations, I mean, I was David Ruffin all the time. Okay, that's why you see some of my co-stars. It took them years after that movie to warm up to me.
To get to know you again.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to reintroduce
Right.
yourself.
Yeah, 'cause I remember an actor friend of mine saw one of the castmates, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm really good friends with Leon." I'm like, "Yeah, all right." I'm like, really? Is that? I said, but the thing is, you have to realize that if you're a method actor, I just wanted things to be real, And the other Temptations, they didn't like David Ruffin, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for good reason, you know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I think that kind of dynamic was necessary, And it's like, of course, there are things that have come out of that movie, memes and everything else,
Right.
iconic lines and stuff. And the line of the movie is a line that wasn't in the script, something I ad-libbed.
Was the singing part? Like,
No. I mean, there's a scene in which I did quite a bit of ad-libbing in, which is, it's become the scene. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
oh, okay.
Right. You know what this is.
No. We said that earlier.
You know what this is, right? Yeah.
There's memes, there's posts,
Everything.
someone sent me a painting the other day. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But there's a line that wasn't even in the script. But because I'm in my character
Right.
so much, things come up to me. So actually in a rehearsal, I happened to say that. And the actor playing Otis told the director, he didn't like me saying that. So the director came up to me and said, he doesn't really like it when you say that. And I said, he's not supposed to like it. I said, did you see the reaction on his face? So he says, well, I don't know. So I didn't say anything. I'm act like I wasn't going to say it again until the cameras roll. When the cameras rolling, I said,
Because you can't do nothing about it once the camera's rolling.
well, no, but when they go back to his face and you see his face, you're like,
This is real.
well, because acting is reacting.
Right.
So if I can say something that's going to make you react the way you're supposed
Then
to.
you did what you're supposed
Yeah.
to.
So, I mean, I was actually doing Otis's character, the actor, I was actually doing him a favor. I was giving something for him to react to.
And it works, because look
Yeah.
how many years later.
Yes,
Right.
my brashness and everything else. Even
Now
Yeah,
you and
you-
him still cool, or is this
Oh,
like?
no, of
is-
course we cool.
Is
We
this
would-
beef still going on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
let me tell you, at the end of the day, we made history.
Yes.
That's a
you
fact.
You know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
did.
I mean, from that, there's been, so many things. The Temptations group themselves had a resurgence because of that.
Yeah.
Now they have a musical about to come out just because of that.
Right.
So yeah, we made history, and anytime we make history together as actors and stuff like that, there's always a bond between us.
Yeah, you
So,
made history with Cool Runnings too. Like,
Yeah.
A
Well,
lot of,
you
a
know,
lot
so,
of movies.
Yeah, so
Because John Candy wasn't, John Candy was John Candy, but y'all made that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we were the leads, yeah, definitely. I mean, I played the lead character. Dougie Doug played my best friend, and yeah, John was the coach, and and that was an interesting situation too, because that movie had actually come around the year before, and Brian Gibson, who directed What's Love Got to Do With It, was the director, and they cast me then he got What's Love Got to Do With It, and so they didn't have a director. So the movie didn't go, and then they hired John Turteltaub, and they had to go recast it all again. They had to cast me all over again. That's called pay or play.
Okay.
That means even though you don't use me,
You got to pay me.
Look how
He let her know. Let her
yeah,
know.
the funny part is like he's not acting now, but you still can feel it. and I mean, you really get into these roles. I must say, like you bringing up Above the Rim earlier, like watching that and like yo, this guy's like, he doing this. Like I
Yeah.
felt that. Like playing against Nutso and everybody like he wasn't even there. Like
Yeah, you know, you just for me, it's one of the greatest things about film or storytelling, whether it's on stage or any place else, is that the ability to make people believe that you are someone that you're not,
Right.
and to take them on an emotional ride. You know,
And to the point where when we see you in person, we be like, oh.
yeah. You really
know,
bothered by that.
for the
Like,
longest
I don't
time-
like what you did.
for the longest time, people always call me my character name. They didn't even know who Leon was. They just yell out "JT, the Reese," you know, and I was cool with that because they, you know, they really, and I mean, oh my God, you know, I mean, women be like, they just have attitude. I didn't even meet them yet. They're like, nah, that Russell shit ain't working. And I'm like,
That ain't me.
That ain't
it's
even
a
me.
role, okay? I'm saying what's on the page. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing a role to life. You know,
Right.
don't take offense to it. You know, how people walk by, yo man, how you do your brother like that? Ask Robert Townsend. He wrote that.
He wrote the.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about your music. I know you're passionate about your music.
Oh, very
and your
much so. You
band.
gotta be. I don't think you should do anything professionally and not be passionate about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
You have a single coming out now, or you have
we have an album that
An
was
album?
released at the in latter part of the summer called "Love Is a Beautiful Thing." That was our first record on a label.
It has like
Spectre
a
Records.
Caribbean feel to it.
Well, no,
right?
we play a
Reggae
mixture
feel?
between soul and reggae.
Okay.
Soul and reggae, so it's a combination of the two, and my record's half and half, and it's and people love it. You know, we're getting 4-star reviews, and you know, and it's, you know, it's not just, we're not playing straight reggae, we're not playing straight soul music. It's our brand of what we do.
What you
You
wanna
know,
do.
and
What's your favorite song on the album?
wow, you know, I don't have a favorite song. You ask somebody like,
Some people do. You'd be surprised.
well, that's like asking me which was my favorite kid. You know, like, it's like you know, yeah, you know, I mean.
But you know what's funny? A lot of artists will say like, there's a song that made their #1 hit that they hated.
That's
that
a
they
lot of
pushed.
artists.
Yeah, that's a lot of times. A lot of times, you know, the song that people like the most isn't the song that you thought people were
Right.
gonna like the most, you know. And I have a song that people really like a lot off it called "Sometimes I Wish I Was Single." Yeah, and it's a concept song.
Mostly men or women?
Both.
Really?
Yeah, both. I mean, you know, because the reason being is that I had a concept for a song, you know, and so as a songwriter, I try, you know, you also have to think of commercial things, like what is it that everybody could identify with? And one of the things I thought was, at some point, I don't care what kind of relationship you're in, you could be in the most successful relationship. At some point during the day, week, month, whatever, whether it's for 5 minutes a day or for 5 days, you wish you were single. And when I say you wish you were single, what I'm saying to you is that you are free to do whatever you want to do without it affecting another person, whether it be your wife, your kids, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. We all wish for freedom. You know, it's like your girl calls you and says, yo, I got extra ticket to Costa Rica. You ain't got to do nothing except get a manicure and pedicure. I got everything else. And you tell your man said, your man don't like your girlfriend. He's like, oh no, hell no, you ain't going with her. That's when you wish you were single. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's that moment
know
right
what I'm
there. Like,
Yeah, no, that's when she starts singing, "I'm living my best life."
Goes back to that.
and
yeah,
forth.
he's tight
all comes
about
back
that
to that.
song.
but really, the song it's really a love song. It's disguised as a bad boy song because the second part of the hook is, sometimes I wish I was single so we can go back to the day when we met. So we can meet up and mingle and fall in love all over again. Because everybody knows the beginning's always the best.
Always.
Yeah, always the best. Doors open for you for no reason. Flowers for no reason.
No reason
You
at
know,
all.
just everything is just
Dinner
great.
is free
Guys,
for
you-
me.
Guys, you know that when you first started going out with your lady, every time you saw her, she was banging.
Yup.
Every time.
Nothing was off
Every
limits.
time you was banging, you knew you was getting some. It was like everything was great, you know.
Until you got used to it.
Well, no,
Until she got used to you.
That's it, right.
but more importantly, it's like we grown, you know, and real responsibilities come in. So now you got the house note, you got the kids, you got your school, soccer practice. You know, things ain't the way they used to be.
When you started crunching the numbers and realized we can't have that same fun no more. because we got to make sure all this other stuff
Yeah,
is
now
done.
we gotta go to Applebee's for the 2 for $20.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. So.
But you do
You gotta do
realize
what you
how
gotta
nice
do.
it is, you know, when it was, and how great it would be to go back to those days and
Yeah.
relive them, you know. And you know,
And that is definitely a relatable song.
I don't know if you guys know reggae music really well, but there's one of the best reggae artists out there, period, ever. It's Barris Hammond.
Yes.
And Barris is my boy.
I listen to him every day.
Right. So I've done 4 tours with Barris, and Barris produced my first single. He's
nice.
produced and wrote a song on my album now, and he's the one basically kind of mentors me, and he told me
has so
Oh,
many
he's a-
songs that's so
he's a
relatable.
beast.
Oh
Speaks
my
to you.
God.
he's a beast. And
He
so
is.
he told me, he said, don't sing sappy love song. Sing bad boy love song.
Yes.
'Cause that's what girls like.
Yeah, and he's
Girls
right.
want girls want you bad, but they want you to love them. They can get a bad boy to love them. It's cool. Only you don't sleep as well.
But he gave you great advice, cause man, oh man, that man right there with the music.
That's a
Barris,
fact.
Barris is a beast. When he
Oh
comes to
my
New York,
gosh.
don't miss him.
Oh yeah, his show is awesome too. Him and Barrington Levy, he's another one I love.
Yeah,
Barrington
Barris is great.
Levy.
He's got that very unique voice.
So when do you find time to do music with your acting career?
All the time. I just do things simultaneously.
Okay.
You know, like for example, I'm out in LA starting the 1st of February, but then I leave there to go to Houston in one weekend, and then I leave to go to Memphis another weekend to do a show with the band. Then we're going to tour, you know, to support the record. And so, yeah,
Nice.
it just, you know,
You don't like one better than the other, do you?
no, because they're entirely different.
Right.
You know,
You
as
just
an
love them
actor,
both.
my job is to take a writer's words and bring them to life, make the character someone you believe in. That's my job. You know, when I'm on stage, that's me. I'm singing the songs I wrote. I want to sing, or my versions of a song. So they're entirely different. You know, so I love them both.
Have you ever like done an acting job that inspired you to write a song?
An acting job that inspired me to write a song.
Maybe a character or somebody, and he was like, "Oh, I could probably make a song out of this."
No, but I probably could. I don't think I have. Don't think that's happened yet. Yeah, you just
Hey,
I'm thinking right now.
you seen the light bulb come on like, yo, hold on now. Hold on.
I could do a song and just over rhythm just spewed out a whole bunch of David Ruffin's lines.
Straight like that, and everybody will love it just
Oh,
because.
what? Please.
It's a song that writes itself. What's the, and I mean, obviously you've been doing this such a long time, but like, what's one of the craziest scripts that probably went across your table that you were like, nah, I'm not doing that?
Wow.
Probably a lot.
You know,
sure.
probably one of the craziest scripts that have gone across my desk, I did.
Wow.
A movie called Spirit Lost.
Oh, I saw that too.
Yeah, where I have this affair with a ghost.
and there it go.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm having sex with a ghost and everything.
Like, how we gonna bring this to court right now?
Yeah, so.
Oh, you wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Let's get to the single. I wish I was single.
Sometimes I wish I was single. Let's
Yeah,
get to it
let's
then.
do it.
Sometimes, one time, hear me say. Sometimes I wish I was single, so I could do it over again. Go out and hang with my homeboys, or call one of my old girlfriends. Y'all feeling it? If I was single, I would stay out late. Watch NFL, NBA all day. No one to steal food off my plate. No one to take my balls away. I would flirt and not give a damn. Nothing to hide on my Instagram. Sorry, you may not understand. Sometimes I wish I were a single man. Sometimes I wish I was single, so I could do it over again. Go out and hang with my homeboys, or call one of my old girlfriends. Sometimes I wish I was single, so we could go back to the day that we met, and we can meet up and mingle, and fall in love all over again. Sometimes I wish I was single. If I was single, there'd be no check-ins, no questions about where I've been, no covers pulled off my toes, no one telling me where to go. Hell no. If I was single, I would be carefree. No fussing about the toilet seat. Sorry, I may not understand. Sometimes I wish I were a single. Sometimes I wish I was single, so I could do it over again. Go out and hang with my homeboys, or call one of my old girlfriends. Sometimes I wish I was single, so we could go back to the day that we met, and we can meet up and mingle, and fall in love all over again. Sometimes I wish I was single. Oh, oh. Sometimes I wish I was single. Oh, oh. I miss coming home to you and all the little things you do. Nothing can replace the fact that you always had my back. I miss all those home-cooked meals. Miss the way you make me feel. Girl, you know I love you for real. Sometimes I wish I was single, so I could do it over again. Go out and hang with my homeboys, or call one of my old girlfriends. Sometimes I wish I was single. Sometimes I wish I was single. Sometimes I wish I was single, so I could do it over again. Go out and hang with my homeboys, or call one of my old girlfriends. Sometimes I wish I was single, so we can go back to the day that we met, and we can meet up and mingle, and fall in love all over again.
Talk to them, Leon. Yeah. Anytime me, John Frost.
Gotta do it.
What is someone like Leon? You see that girl, eh? John Star.
Sunday, so you're walking down the street. Monday, moving like a reggae beat. Tuesday, liking everything I see. We're gonna get down and gonna get louder. Wednesday, everybody say the word. Thursday, tell me baby, have you heard? Friday, that you are my brand new girl. Saturday, cause I love the way
It
you
takes 7 days
move.
for me to introduce you to my job. Man, I got tell the light, I know me love the way you go on. Something about your personality, it really turns me on. The way it happen fast, them I wonder what I want. Some people say the moves we make, I think it's outrageous. But who are they to judge when our love is contagious? The timing doesn't matter, cause we both feel amazing. I'm glad that I met you on that day, and I think it was a Sunday.
So you're walking down the street. Monday, moving like a reggae beat. Tuesday, and liking everything I see. We're gonna get down and gonna get louder. Wednesday, everybody say the
Shut up
word.
upon a Thursday,
Tell me, baby, have you heard?
upon a Friday.
That you are my brand new girl.
It's like Saturday.
Cause I love the way you
It's alright,
move.
the clock, I think you're hot and don't stop. And anything you put your mind to, you will get a not so fuck. And with that being said, I think we make the perfect match. Like when my pants go with my belt and the shoes go with my socks. Like my said, you're spontaneous, the beach or in the park. In the day or in the dark, I push this loving through your heart. I know that certain things I say to you sometimes will make you laugh. It's the reason why we get you from the start. I think it was a Sunday.
So you're walking down the
She
street.
loved me on a Monday.
Moving like a reggae beat.
I'm on a Tuesday.
And liking everything I see. We're gonna get down and gonna get louder. Wednesday, everybody say the
She loved me
word.
on a Thursday.
Tell me, baby, have you heard?
On a Friday.
That you are my brand new girl.
It's like Saturday.
Cause I love the way you move. Sunday, in the park, kiss it and love it until it's dark. Every day, we were free. There wasn't nothing but you and me.
Talk to them.
Saturday, a week is gone. We're still acting like we're 21.
21.
Wasting time, that's just fine.
Okay.
We don't have a single care, and that's alright.
What? She love me upon a upon a Tuesday.
Every day, we're gonna get down and we're gonna get louder. Wednesday, everybody say the
She love me
word.
upon a Thursday.
Tell me, baby, have you heard?
Upon a Friday.
That you are my brand new girl.
It's like Saturday.
Cause I love the way you move. So you're walking down the street.
Yes, nice vibes right there.
Thank you.
So here's what I want to know. Like, obviously, you said Barris Hammond is one of your best friends and close that you work so much with. So like, what made you even take that direction as opposed? You could have did anything. Like you said, you could have did straight R&B. You could have rapped if you wanted. Like you could do anything at this point. So like, what made you take the Caribbean direction as far as?
Well, you know, to be honest with you, I mean, I was just being true to myself. You know, yeah, I like that. You should just use that little part right there. Talk to them, Leon. You just,
I got you.
You should just like that. That should be a little thing you just drop on everybody.
That's what.
I like that. I like that.
No. Look, you got official permission.
That's a fact.
Exactly. Exactly. Anybody says anything wise, crack, just talk to them, Leon.
That's gonna happen a lot on this show.
Yeah, right. We gonna
Once I got the permission
that's
out there,
that's
that's
our
it. Now
drop
we
right now.
You
We
know,
gonna be playing it to each other.
So you know, so the thing is that I'm just being true to myself. I don't think when you make music, you know, you have to make music that's true to you. You know, reggae is the backbeat of my life.
Where are you
It has
from? Where's
been
your
from-
family from?
New York.
Okay.
New York. I grew up, you know, in Mount Vernon in the Bronx. Big Jamaican community, and you know, I heard Bob Marley's Nazi Dread album when I was 12 years old. And it kind of changed music for me.
Yeah.
The backbeat of my life. But you know, I was also very much into soul music. My dad was a Nat King Cole fan, so
That's how I
crooning and
got
all
my
that
name,
stuff. And yeah, so
Natalie.
all of that. So you know, that mixture, that blend is, you know, is who I am.
Right.
You know, I mean, but way before I ever sang, I was like, you know, a major MC at so many big reggae shows, from Reggae on the River to Sting in Jamaica, and Sting International in
Sunflower.
Japan, and everything. You know, so that was, you know, that was my life. So for me not to combine both of them, you know, and the first band I was ever in was a reggae band.
Right.
You know, the Young Lions. So yeah, so just that's who I am. So I got to be true to me.
So on my Facebook Live, DJ S1 from BLS wanted me to ask you, is there any directors would you like to work with that you haven't worked with?
Yeah,
yet?
like so many. I haven't worked with so many directors, so many black directors. I haven't yet. Look, we in Brooklyn right now, and who do I know? See every Knick game? Spike Lee. We haven't worked together. Although most people think we have, and
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
why wouldn't we? You know, but you know, we haven't worked together, and there's so many directors that I haven't worked together. You could probably name the top 7 black directors, and you know, I'd be surprised if I worked with 1 or 2 of them. So as far as I'm concerned, you know,
There's always room for everything.
no, I'm a young actor still.
That's right.
You
That's
see?
right. So your new television show, 40 and Single with Vanessa Williams, how did that come about?
40 and Single is a series shot in Accra, Ghana, West Africa. Yeah, the motherland. It's someone that I worked with before, Layla John C, who's a BAFTA award winning. She's from Ghana. I'd done a couple movies with her before, and then there was You was one of them, and Where Children Play was another. And this was something that she wanted to do, and she wanted me to be a part of, both as an actor and executive producer. And really happy with the way it turned out. Really strong series. It won the LA Film Festival for Best Episodic Pilot, and it's streaming now on the UMC network. I highly recommend you watch it, especially women. It's the stories and the storyline is so pertinent to not just life over there, but life everywhere for women. Struggling, trying to find your place in society in a provincial world dominated by men. You know, having alternative lifestyles, and you know, not being afraid to be who you are. These are all the things that, you know, women are going through right now. You know, so and they love it, and it's juicy, lots of drama. And you know, for those of you who like to see me be bad,
That's one.
I'm very bad in
That's-
this.
yeah.
I'm a bad boy.
And can you say again where they can catch it?
You can see it on UMC.TV. That's the Urban Movie Channel. That's Bob Johnson's latest venture. It's now majority owned by AMC. That's where you'll be seeing a whole lot more of it. And what I'm going to do on this radio show, and to everybody listening, I'm going to give you a code. It's going to give you a 30-day free trial to UMC. Okay. Look, she getting out her book. She writes.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a
Oh,
second.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look, darling, no, don't listen. You don't have to write it down.
Well, I wanna post it.
Me and you people. So
No, but I wanna
No,
be
but
able to
I
post
can I can tell you after the show.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. She like. Wait a second.
I'm not gonna miss this. She thorough.
Let's get
She
to-
thorough.
She like every sister we know. Free sale? What?
Yep, that's it.
She don't care. She working now. She going shopping.
Yep.
We're
That's
like
right.
911. Let me put you on hold while I get this free code.
So anyway, it's a free trial to watch 40 and Single on the UMC network, and you can also watch other series on there as well. Type in capital letters UMC 40 and Single.
Okay.
Now, I want to double check that because I don't want to make a mistake.
Okay.
Next thing
Oh,
you
you
blowing,
giving out
you
the
blowing up my
hookup right
social media and talking about, wait,
They
you
better
gave me the
pay
wrong
attention.
code.
I hope
Gave me
y'all
the wrong
paying
code,
attention.
Leon.
Y'all better be paying attention.
Right, he giving out that hookup right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to give y'all a hookup, you know, 'cause it's all love at the end of the day. I want you to see my work, and I think you're gonna enjoy my work.
We
and
already
enjoy
do, so.
enjoy the TV series because Layla really did a fantastic job with it.
Do you see
You
any
got Vanessa
mistakes?
Williams in there.
Do you see any mistakes in your? Do you even watch your old work?
No. Well, no, that's not true. Of course I watch my work. Yeah, I don't watch it a lot.
Okay.
Like I watch it a few times when it comes on, or you know, at the premiere or whatever. But I don't watch it too much after that because I'm too critical and I start picking myself apart.
Right.
Be like, why you roll your lips like that? You just stop furrowing your brow. Open your eyes up. You know, all this stuff. You know, that which has nothing to do with the character. It's just me looking at myself like I'm looking in a mirror and not
Right.
liking what I see.
Right. That makes sense.
But you're not getting any complaints from the women.
No, not so far. And if they're complaints, they're.
Wish my man did it like you did.
How about you, Gallo? Do you listen to your mixes all the time?
Much like he said, I'm super critical.
Right.
And even though like somebody can, this was dope, or last night at that party was great, I know my mistakes, like he said. So then you sit there and you're just like, and certain things make me cringe as well. I'm like, I shouldn't have did that. I
It's
shouldn't
the
have blended
same way
like
when
that.
you're a performer on stage, when
Yeah.
you're performing with your band and you come off the stage, I'm like, God, that was amazing, whatever. But you and the band know,
Somebody screwed up.
yeah.
But you know what it does? It keeps you humble and it makes
That's a
you
fact.
continue working instead of you hear a lot of people talking about, yo, I killed that show. Be like, yeah, everybody was
And
sleeping.
it probably wasn't even a
No,
good show.
I can honestly admit, I know some nights if I was like off.
Okay, right. So that code is UMC 40 AND single, all together, one word, all capital letters. That should get you a 30-day free trial. Check it out. I want you to write me on my social media, Instagram, Twitter.
you
Let
have
me
a
know how you
website?
like it. Yes, and the website got all that. So if you don't reach me, it's because you didn't want to.
Pretty much. That's for everybody.
Straight like
Look, and it's free, so there's no refunds if the code don't work. You know? First person holler about it, I want my money back. We're like, it didn't cost you nothing.
Thank you.
Like, where you from?
And then the crazy thing is too, because when you sign, you got to sign up for it, because and people, you got to give it something, whether it be a Facebook, whatever. People like, oh no, they wanted my information and my Facebook. I'm like, okay, what you doing that you hiding that someone else ain't doing?
That's the question.
No, I'm always like, I never and everyone has their phobias and stuff like that. I just never really understood a lot of the things that people are afraid of or what they do. Like for example, it's like if someone's spying on me or whatever, I'm like, go ahead. I'm not doing anything that anyone else is not doing.
Right.
So like, like what? I'm not in there having sex with chickens or nothing. Like what?
Putting on
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not afraid of you seeing. If you think I'm so interested and you want to watch what I'm doing, go ahead. And the same thing, I understand. Like, I don't understand, like, nudity, for example. Why people freak out? Like, you could walk into a woman's dressing room, right, at a store, and she'd be in her underwear and she'll freak out. But yet she'll be on the bathing suit, and
I
bitch
know.
with a
I
thong
never
on.
understood
I never
that.
understood the same two-piece or less, like you said.
Yeah, a bra and a panty is a bikini.
You should
Same
only
thing.
freak out if I walk in there and I got that gas face look on my face.
And you looking kind of crazy.
But if I'm sitting, if I'm sitting there and I
Enjoy
start
that.
drooling, you should be like this. I need to buy this outfit. Yeah,
But even I'll take that even further. It's even nudity. Like, what are we freaked out about nudity for?
Still.
I don't know.
No.
Society have people thinking that that's the wrong thing to do.
And we teach it to the next generation.
Yeah.
Instead of just being okay with your body. Listen, if there's something odd about your body,
Fix it.
no,
No, you
if
fix
there's
it.
something odd about your body, then I can see you being a little self-conscious. But if you built just like the rest of us, what's the big deal? I mean, now if you got 3 nipples, I might be a little self-conscious.
And there's some
But look,
people out
you
there
may
with
not like
nipples.
it, but there may be a couple of puppies running around.
Yeah,
Somebody
whatever,
gonna like
you
it.
know?
Somebody gonna like it.
You know, or your penis happens to split and go in 2 different directions. You
That's
might,
a-
I don't know.
That's
That
how you
might
out
be
here, so
we
interesting.
call that an
It might-
and one.
wait,
Right. You
It
come,
might
you
be,
came
it might
up,
be
man.
interesting, but you don't not checking for the world to know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
no, you're right. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
that's for the chosen few.
But no, but yet, them same
This-
people.
this-
yeah,
they
and-
call
and to be
they call
honest-
that the split
And to be
decision.
honest with you, even if you were one of the chosen few, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna believe you.
Right.
But it's a,
That's a fact. That's a
but
fact.
them
Nobody's
same
gonna believe
people
that.
got like 1 million followers and be hollering about, I think the government is watching. They wanted 1 million.
You know they watch.
You
You
know,
know
it.
They wanted 1 million.
But what are they watching? What
How-
are they watching?
Just
Who
how
knows?
just how foolish you are on social media.
Or what makes you think you're that important? as well.
Yeah.
Rare, like they really focusing on you.
Millions of people in the world.
But
They watching
watch
you.
Listen,
They
listen,
watch you though.
Listen, my nephew is like that. Yo, I don't put money in the bank because I don't want the government to know. Who cut you the check?
How old is
the
your
government.
nephew?
He ain't even say.
Because that sounds like somebody really old to say that. Like
He got,
old
look,
people
wait,
say
listen,
that.
he got old nephews.
My
got
nephew.
old nephew.
Right,
He got
no,
old
no,
nephew.
right? No, you
got
met
old
you-
nephews.
You met my nephew. My nephew is 40. And he go, yo, the government be
Oh,
watching.
okay.
Right. But the government be watching how much money I got in my account. But they cut you the check.
Right. So they still know.
So either you got that much or you broke. It's one of the two.
and don't you? He don't do no taxes. Like they know, man. They know.
They know when you don't pay them and when you do pay them.
That's- they know.
The streets is always watching.
That's a fact. Now,
Anyway, back to 40 and single.
right.
Yeah, 40 single is really good. The lead it's based on a lead character who is biracial, which is and bisexual, living in Ghana. And you know, we don't realize how severe things are. We live in a society where we're self-conscious about maybe living an alternative lifestyle, so like that. But you just do it, and ain't no big deal. Places like Ghana, other places, it's illegal. You could go to jail.
Or even,
India,
or
like
even get
that.
killed.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, the severity is huge in other places, and that's one of the things that, you know, adds to the drama as well. But yeah, it's a really good show. It's only 6 episodes. You're gonna get into it, then I want you to holler at the studios for us to make some more.
Okay. Sounds like
And
a
then
plan.
I did a movie for breast cancer awareness. I don't know if you saw it, called Her Only Choice.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, and if you get a chance, you should see it. It's a real tearjerker. One of those movies that women love. You know, when we watch a movie, like, oh God, it was so
Yeah,
good.
I do.
I'm still crying. You know, but it's about a woman who, a couple who has been desperately trying to, you know, have a baby, and her mother died from breast cancer, and find out they're pregnant, and on the same day find out she has a mass on her breasts, and they are pleading with her to go into treatment and give her the baby, and she won't.
That's a tough
And we
decision.
watch the journey, and I play her dad, and a lot of people say, "How you play her dad?" You know, it's like, but you know, this is when they love for me to do movies, because when I have to age to be 30 and 50. They won't let me just be 50, but they'll let me be 50 if they need somebody to dip into their 30s. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm the guy for that.
Have you ever wanted to do a superhero or an action hero, you know, type
No,
of
I mean,
film?
I mean, I would, of course, jump at the chance, but it's not the type of movie that I dream about doing. You know, yeah, I'm, you know, I'm very much into, you know, real life things, whether it be even if it's comedy or whatever. It's just something that, you know, that
Touches people's hearts.
yeah, that you could, you know,
We could
you-
really
that's
relate
real,
to.
You can relate to. You know, you can imagine it happening to you. You know, that real stuff. I really like it.
I don't have any more questions. I'm good.
I mean, I mean, this is so
This is
good.
awesome.
Yeah, this is like a beyond awesome.
Yeah.
Because you sit here and then we was talking off with it's like, you know, you sitting there, you looking at them and going, I just watched the marathon, You know, I just watched this one. I just, because Bounce TV was showing, I think they were just doing a whole night of most of the movies you was in. They did Cool Runnings. No, they did that, 5 Heart Beats, and they did Above the Rim.
Oh, okay.
Back
Was
to
it
back
his
to
birthday
back.
or something? Or was,
Nah, his birthday's in March.
was it, or
Nah,
they
you
just-
know, the funny thing is, with the BTV one or especially BET,
Yeah.
and Bounce, whatever, they play my movies constantly. It's really funny because my manager was always saying, well, BET, why don't they just give you a show or something like that because they play your stuff so long, and they hadn't, and then they offered me this movie, Her Only Choice, and they get nominated for a satellite award for best movie made for television. So maybe
Monday.
If they listening.
Well, thank you for coming through. We really do appreciate you.
my
and
pleasure.
you
I
taking out the
do.
time.
I do love to sit down and chop it up. Fans and people who watch my work is very important to me. Supported me for decades, and
And we will continue to.
without going out here and doing shows like this and other shows, letting them know about what I'm doing. It's important. It's very
Yes.
important.
And speaking of, make sure you tell us your social media again and your website so everybody can keep following and supporting.
Exactly. So you can reach me on Instagram at www.justleon. Now, everything I have is Just Leon. My website is Just Leon. My Twitter is Just Leon. But there's 3 W's in front of my Instagram because somebody took Just Leon and tried to get me to pay for it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah. We
so I-
hear about those.
That happens
yeah,
a lot.
right. So I just threw a few W's up there and kept it moving. But
The whole
Twitter is Just Leon. Website is justleon.com. My band's website is leonandthepeoples.net. Come on there, listen to music, listen to the album, get my album anywhere you buy music, iTunes, Amazon, you name it.
Show dates are up there and locations.
Yeah, any shows coming up?
We have no shows scheduled in town. We've been offered a couple of shows in town, but to be perfectly honest with you, I'm trying to do New York at the end of a run.
Okay.
I'm not home.
Or let them answer it.
I don't understand why people do that to me. They know
They
I'm
know
on
in
the
the
show.
show.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I want to do it at the end of the run. We actually did a couple of years ago. We sold out 2 shows at the Red Rooster, and everyone said, "Please come back, please come back." So, I love doing Harlem. But I think this summer when we're touring and stuff, we're gonna play New York about 2 or 3 times, and at least 1 free show.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to do. I like the free show thing. I like the surprise free shows. That's kind of my thing. I love when people just they hear a voice and they're singing and they come up there, no matter where it is, and they're just like, and then they see it's me, and they're like, "Oh, that's my."
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, so and then for me, the joy of putting smiles on people's faces or having them engaged in what I'm doing is really what it's all about. If you're not into that, you shouldn't be doing this. So,
Right. Definitely. Thank you again.
yes.
Yes, this is bucket list. This is how you start off the new year. This is how you start off the new year.
Thank you
It's my pleasure.
so much.
Thanks for playing the music. Continue to play it.
Oh,
You-
yeah, we're gonna,
absolutely.
it's already part of our
you
playlist.
You have my permission to play my music anytime you like.
Oh, okay, you see what I'm saying?
I mean,
Has anybody got this on tape? My phone is down
I
right
mean,
now.
like
Okay.
you don't even have to be here to play it.
No,
You
no.
can play it in your
In the
car.
car,
You can play it
everywhere.
any shows you do.
Right.
You can play it for your lady. We don't care. Just play
He
it.
said we don't
As
care.
long as it's being played.
Being played.
I tag you in it. You know
All
what
right.
I'm saying? Tag you in it.
Yeah, just tag me every time I look, no matter where you at. Like, damn, what you doing in Newark?
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, I understand that. Trust me.
Oh,
We
man.
on, y'all.
All right.
Yes, in the building.
Yes, indeed. Let's get to some